recording or live? Anyway, you shoot it as live, so. Ready? I intend to retain my color on the 15th. You know. Okay, stand by. Okay. Audio check. Audio check. Okay. Okay, stand by. Ayu Bhavan, good morning from the grounds of bright, sunny and cheerful Sri Lanka. We have here some of the finest minds in legal field who know not only to fight a battle in court but also pack a tight punch on the pitch. Welcome to the South Asian Lawyers Cricket Tournament 2023, hosted by the Sri Lankan Lawyers Cricket and the Cricket Association for Advocates India. I am Shanu Suresh, your host. We are going to witness an epic battle between Karachi and Mumbai, and I'm in the company of fine gentlemen who are here to share their thoughts ahead of the match. First, let's begin with Mr. Santhan Krishnan, the founder of Lawyers Cricket Association. Sir, what an honor to actually share space with you. Firstly, let's begin by understanding how did this all begin? How did you bring this passion for cricket onto such an exciting level?
Today, the lawyers are making a very modest attempt to match the professional cricket. And in this, I would say, it's a unique event where teams from across the subcontinent are assembled at one umbrella and to play the game of cricket, thereby sending a message across to the societies that all of us can come together under one umbrella.
Absolutely. Now we have Mr. Neerav with us who's representing Mumbai's team. Let's understand from him. Neerav, it's the first match. What are your emotions right now?
It's going to be a tough match. The heat is very sweltering. Thank God I am not playing. But the emotions always run high when it's, particularly when it's India-Pakistan. It's at a very small stage, but still it will grab eyeballs and it will still stand a cricket for friendship.
Absolutely. Now let's understand what are your strengths of your team.
Our strengths are our secrets, and
We are not letting him go like that, right? What are your strengths?
well, we have a very balanced attack in terms of bowling, and we have a very steady batting lineup, and we hope to do well.
We absolutely hope to do. Now we have Mr. Rehman Malik here with us who's representing Karachi's team. You understood his strengths. How do you plan to counter that?
First of all, thank you all for watching us live, and thank you, Mr. Santan, for putting this great tournament, together. And all the teams, I wish them good luck. As far as this match goes, I think it's going to be a great match, primarily because they're two good sides. They have a balanced team. As far as I've seen, they're a very young side in comparison. But the Karachi team has good spinners, and they have a good top order. I think if they can penetrate into the top order, they may, have a chance. Otherwise, if they don't, I feel that Karachi would probably have an edge.
Well, do you have any key players to watch out for today?
Yeah, we have a couple of new inclusions in our side. The opener Ahmed Imam is to watch out for. Then there's Hanif Shahzad, an all-rounder. He's a very good fast bowler and a great batsman. And I think there are a couple of other spinners. One I would not like to name. That's a hidden weapon that we have. He's not played this.
Taking notes, right?
He's not played this tournament before, but he's a good leggy.
Oh.
One to watch out for. Yeah.
We always love that inch of mystery. Now, coming back to you, Santan sir, you've been a veteran in this field. You've seen it all. What is a word of advice to the teams and the players? And where do you see the tournament going in the future?
I would advise everybody to play the game with the spirit of cricket and with the message of cricket for friendship for the world to watch and also emulate.
Absolutely. Now, these men definitely know how to put on a game both on the pitch and off the pitch. We will see you with the toss very shortly. in legal field who know not only to fight a battle in court but also pack a tight punch on the pitch. Welcome to the South Asian Lawyers Cricket Tournament.
Colts what? Gaming. But the forecast said otherwise. Google again, Sri Lanka. I'm a good class.
Hello. नहीं मैं आता करना तो मैं कम्युनिकेशन माइक है I know. Oh, I know. Check 1 2 1 check 1 check check 1 2 1 check ඔව් එහෙනම් ඔතනින් මේ රුවන් අයියට කියන්නකෝ මේ අර දෙවනි මේ ඔඩියෝ මික්සරේ මේ පොඩ්ඩක් ගේන එක චුට්ටක් වැඩි කරලා දෙන්න කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔය මේ බිත්තිය අයිනට වෙන්න තියෙන එක තමයි මේ කමෙන්ටරි මේ ඔඩියෝ මික්සරේ. කතා කරන්න ඕනේ. හරි මේක ඇහෙනවද වොයිස්? නෑ මේ මයික් එක මියුට් කරන්න. මයික් එකද? මයික් ඕගොල්ලන්ට මියුට් කරන්න බෑ. මේක නම් මෙතනින් ඔෆ් කරේකි. මේ අපි බෑ. අයියේ මොකද දැන් ෆයිනල් ෆීල්ඩ් එක. ඔව්. එතන ඔක්කොම කැමරා 16 එතනින් දෙන ෆීල්ඩ් එක නේද ලයිව් එකට යන්නේ.
Ayubhavan.
ඔය ලයිව් යන ෆීඩ් එක තමයි ඔය තියෙන්නේ. ඒක ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලයිව් යන ෆීඩ් එක තමයි කමෙන්ට් කරන්නේ. ලයිව් යන ෆීඩ් එක නේ මේකෙන් දෙන්නේ. ඔව් ෆයිනල් යන ෆීඩ් එක තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ කමෙන්ට් කරන්නේ. ඒක ඔක තමයි ඔන්නේ යන්නේ. අය මේ අර මේ 7th ඕවර් එක කරන පෝස්ට් එක මේවා කරනවානේ. අර ඉන්ටර්විව් එකක් කරනවානේ මැද. අර ලීඩින් මේවා කරනවානේ. ඒක අපිට කොහොමද කියනවා නේද? ඔව් ඔයගොල්ලෝ හෙඩ්ෆෝන් දාගෙන ඉන්න දිගටම. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේ මොකද්ද මේ ඉන්ටර්විව් එකක් යනකොට ඒක ගැන කියනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ දෙන්නට. එතකොට අය මේ ස්කෝප් කාලා නම් මම ටික ඔක්කොම ටික පල්ලෙන් දානවානේ. ඔව් ඒ ඔක්කොම ටික වෙනවා. මේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේ ෆෝන් එක අතවැඩි කරගන්න ඕන නම් වෙන මේ මේකයි මේ මයික් එකේනේ. හෙඩ්ෆෝන් දෙක සම්බන්ධ වදින මේකයි මයික් දෙක කන්ට්‍රෝල් කරන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ. ඔව් මේ දෙක අපි අයියේ නම් මේක ඕරන් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. ඔයාලට මේ අනිත් කනෙක්ෂන් දිහා පොඩ්ඩක් එනර්ජි එක දෙන්න බලන්න. ඉන්න තමයි. ස්පයි. ආරසි දාන්න. Thank you.
Ready?
Yeah, they said to update it.
Ready? It's toss time for Karachi versus Mumbai. We have with us Ninad Mazumdar from Mumbai's team and Atif Beg representing Karachi. Well, the coins will go up now. Would you like to do the honors?
Tail. Okay. This one head. Okay.
Okay.
This one head. Yes.
Hold loudly.
Tails.
Point all. This head.
Head. We will bat first.
So,
We will bat first.
while Mumbai has chosen to bat first, may we understand the reason behind your decision?
It's always good. It's a tournament starter. So kind of a pressure game initially because till we gain some momentum, and it's always a good rule to bat first, put the runs on the board, and then put it on the opposition side.
Ooh, that seems like quite a strategy already. Now, what would you have done differently, sir, on the surface?
It's a good toss to lose, and if I were in his position, I would have fielded first. So it's a good decision for us. I think there is a little moisture early on the wicket, and we would like to exploit it. Hopefully, we would do that.
Well, here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mumbai will be batting first and Karachi will be bowling. Let the games begin.
එහෙනවා හරි ඕකේ දැන් නෙවෙයිනේ ඩිස්කෂන් එක ඕකේ ඕකේ sure A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the South Asian Lawyers Cricket Cup. The first edition of the tournament is happening right here in this island nation of Sri Lanka. Just a few moments ago, we saw a sunny day looking forward, but right now the clouds have come up and it's actually covering the Colts cricket ground where this match between Karachi and Mumbai is being played. Of course, if you want to give a quick summary of the toss, Mumbai won the toss and elected to bat first, which is actually a good decision considering the wicket. It's a batting paradise for any batter, and of course the batting team who is going to go out in the first innings itself, they are going to have a huge advantage. They're going to have a huge advantage going into the game. So we'll have Miss Shanu Suresh having a discussion with the captain.
Ayu Bhavan, good morning from the grounds of bright, sunny and cheerful Sri Lanka. We have here some of the finest minds in legal field who know not only to fight a battle in court but also pack a tight punch on the pitch. Welcome to the South Asian Lawyers Cricket Tournament 2023, hosted by the Sri Lankan Lawyers Cricket and the Cricket Association for Advocates India. I am Shanu Suresh, your host. we are going to witness an epic battle between Karachi and Mumbai, and I'm in the company of fine gentlemen who are here to share their thoughts ahead of the match. First, let's begin with Mr. Santan Krishnan, the founder of Lawyers Cricket Association. Sir, what an honor to actually share space with you. Firstly, let's begin by understanding, how did this all begin? How did you bring this passion for cricket onto such an exciting level?
Today, the lawyers are making a very modest attempt to match the professional cricket. And in this, I would say, it's a unique event where teams from across the subcontinent are assembled at one umbrella and to play the game of cricket, thereby sending a message across to the societies that all of us can come together under one umbrella.
Absolutely. Now we have Mr. Nirav with us, who's representing Mumbai's team. Let's understand from him. Nirav, it's the first match. What are your emotions right now?
It's going to be a tough match. The heat is very sweltering. Thank God I am not playing. But the emotions always run high when it's, particularly when it's India-Pakistan. It's at a very small stage, but still it will grab eyeballs, and it will still stand a cricket for friendship.
Absolutely. Now let's understand, what are your strengths of your team?
Our strengths are our secrets, and
We are not letting him go like that, right? What are your strengths?
well, we have a very balanced attack in terms of bowling, and we have a very steady batting lineup, and we hope to do well.
We absolutely hope to do. Now we have Mr. Rehman Malik here with us, who's representing Karachi's team. You understood his strengths. How do you plan to counter that?
First of all, thank you all for watching us live. And thank you, Mr. Santan, for putting this great tournament together. And all the teams, I wish them good luck. As far as this match goes, I think it's going to be a great match. Primarily because they're two good sides. They have a balanced team. As far as I've seen, they're a very young side in comparison. But the Karachi team has good spinners, and they have a good top order. I think if they can penetrate into the top order, they may, have a chance. Otherwise, if they don't, I feel that Karachi would probably have an edge.
Well, do you have any key players to watch out for today?
Yeah, we have a couple of new inclusions in our side. The opener Ahmed Imam is to watch out for. Then there's Hanif Shahzad, an all-rounder. He's a very good fast bowler and a great batsman. And I think there are a couple of other spinners. One I would not like to name. That's a hidden weapon that we have. He's not played this.
Taking notes, right?
He's not played this tournament before, but he's a good leggy.
Oh.
One to watch out for, yeah.
We always love that inch of mystery. Now, coming back to you, Santan sir, you've been a veteran in this field. You've seen it all. What is a word of advice to the teams and the players? And where do you see the tournament going in the future?
I would advise everybody to play the game with the spirit of cricket and with the message of cricket for friendship, for the world to watch and also emulate.
Absolutely. Now, these men definitely know how to put on a game both on the pitch and off the pitch. We will see you with the toss very shortly.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That were some words from the captain himself of the Karachi team. And of course, we are getting into the pitch report for the day.
Ayu Bhavan, good morning from the grounds of bright, sunny and cheerful Sri Lanka. We have here some of the finest minds. It's toss time for Karachi versus Mumbai. We have with us Ninad Mazumdar from Mumbai's team and Atif Beg representing Karachi. Well, the coins will go up now. Would you like to do the honors?
Tail. Okay, this one ahead. Okay.
Okay.
This one ahead. Yes.
Hold loudly.
Tails.
Point of all. This head.
Head. We will bat first.
So,
We will bat first.
while Mumbai has chosen to bat first, may we understand the reason behind your decision?
It's always good. It's a tournament starter. So kind of a pressure game initially because till we gain some momentum. And it's always a good rule to bat first, put the runs on the board and then put it on the opposition side.
Ooh, that seems like quite a strategy already. Now, what would you have done differently, sir, on this surface?
It's a good toss to lose, and if I were in his position, I would have fielded first. So it's a good decision for us. I think there is a little moisture early on the wicket, and we would like to exploit it. Hopefully, we would do it.
Well, here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mumbai will be batting first and Karachi will be bowling. Let the games begin.
Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you have the toss summary with you. Mumbai won the toss and they elected to bat first. I mean, looking at the wicket, it's actually a pretty good decision, don't you think, Asif?
Yes, Minidu, as you mean the fact that with the conditions in the pitch, I think it is quite obvious that batting first is the best decision. As you mean the fact that there's a hard pitch, a little bit of clumsy, but with the weather conditions being better, I think the outfields are going to be very fast and having a slight green top. And I think Mumbai did the right decision winning the toss and choosing to bat first.
Yeah, of course, it's going to certainly be a good advantage for them. And of course, they would be coming out to bat first with that same motivation as well, knowing that they utilized the opportunity brilliantly. So what the batters has to do is utilize the power play, the first 6 overs, and try to get as many runs as possible and put the pressure on the opposition side. But what the Karachi team has to do is don't let them accumulate that many runs and try to capitalize on the power play itself, even though it's a huge opportunity for the batters to accumulate runs between those first to 6 overs.
And also, this being the first match of the first ever organized South Asian Lawyers T20 tournament, I think both the teams, Karachi and Mumbai, are making sure in order to give the fantastic meeting that everyone is looking forward into. Don't you think, Minidu?
Yes, of course. It's an inaugural edition, of course, and I think a lot of the countries who are participating in this cricket cup, the nations will be looking forward to that as well. The fans from around the South Asian region as well. So yeah, it's a brilliant opportunity for many cricketing fans to witness some good cricketing actions in the coming day. Yeah, of course, Asif. I mean, both teams are eager to start off this game, and looking at the way the players walked out into the middle, you can clearly see the enthusiasm and the passion they have for the game itself, and they are carrying that to the middle, and they are going to fight it out until the end as well, until all the 20 overs, or until any team is being bowled out. Of course, you can see the two openers for Mumbai are walking out in the middle. Plenty of advice being carried out from the dressing room, so they know that they have a job to do when they go out in the middle. In the first 6 overs, it's going to be crucial for both sides. The question remains, who's going to capitalize on the power play? Will it be Karachi or will it be Mumbai? That's the question that's running through the minds of every fan, every cricketing fan who is watching this at the moment.
Everything is set and getting ready, and I think Wajib from the Karachi team with the ball, I think, in order to deliver the first over, giving Karachi the exact beginning Karachi wants. Najib Jamal with number 11, waiting eagerly in order to start. Everything is set in order to start this.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the first delivery of the game. Of course, with that extra bounce, just gets a quick single there. Well, the batting, the wicket is actually carrying some extra bounce today, doesn't it, for Asif?
Yes, Meridu. Seeing the way how Najib Jamal bowled and the way the batsman actually faced that ball, we could see. I think the batsmen, both of them are looking forward in order to have the perfect beginning that they want, in order to make sure that they are using the maximum out of the decision that they chose to bat first. Once again, lofted that shot down the ground into the boundaries. Is it? Managing to get that. A very good effort by the fielding unit.
A good start to the over for Mumbai. He opened the offside at that moment. It was wider from the off stump as well, inviting the batsman to go through the offside region, and he did that. Could have run to the boundary as well, but what do you think about the outfield today, Asif?
With the weather condition and with the weather conditions as well as with how the soil was there, I think the outfields are supposed to be a bit faster than the normal, but I think with the previous delivery we could see it's a little bit clumsy, and the ball is actually kind of in an advantageous situation for the fielders after all.
Well, in that delivery you saw he was trying to take a big swing coming down the track, try to go down the ground, but that time was lucky that he didn't nick that. Otherwise that would have been the first scalp for Karachi itself. Like I said, the power plays are going to be crucial.
And the worst thing, that's a very good shot, very strongly pounded.
Well, involuntary action there by Najib, trying to stop the ball from traveling down the ground with his foot. I mean, an effective and an efficient action that he had taken.
A little bit of soccer into cricket, I think.
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, that would have it would have gone down the ground itself through mid-off and mid-on region.
Once again, lofted up.
Oh, and
Now-
that's a misfield.
That's a misfield in the third man's region. Down the ground, and that comes the first boundary for the Mumbais.
These mishaps, they cannot happen if they want to capitalize on the power play itself. The pressure is the point. The pressure is the key factor in getting one of these two batters out early in the start itself. Otherwise, if these mishaps continue to happen, then they'll try to be comfortable. They'll try to go on for shots, and they'll try to take on the risk. And with confidence, it's going to be hard for the Karachi team to get back into the game.
Also, Najid Jamali making sure that he's having a very good first overs. But I think with that misfield, it's kind of not exactly a very good beginning. Not for the not for the bowler, also for the whole team. Let's see how exactly Karachi team is going to make sure that those mistakes won't happen. And we could see the way the Mumbai players are playing. Like they are going into those lofted shots, trying to score runs in the very first few overs and making sure to get the maximum out of the power play. Also the fact that they choose to bat first, having a solid 145 maybe runs in the scoreboard so that they could counter-attack.
Of course, I mean, the power play, like I said before, it's the start that every batter would be looking for. Only two players outside the 30-yard circle, and we'll play it through the point. We'll get a quick single. Well, that's the end of the over there. It's 7 for no loss.
Muhammad Ali Lakan with number 0. I think getting ready in order to have his next spell, his initiating spell for the Karachi Lawyers team. Just a quick single out of it.
Well, I'm loving what Mumbai is doing at the moment. Not going to concede any dot deliveries. That's going to actually put them in a spot. Trying to get a single out of every delivery in every over that they're going to face. So that's actually going to put pressure on the opposition. Rotating the striker is another factor. And of course, to rotate the strike efficiently, the communication has to be on point. There's going to be mix-ups, but at the same time, if they have communication on point, it's going to be pretty much easy for them to do though.
Here comes Lakan again. Once again, lofted above the heads, down the ground into the boundary, and 4 more runs come up to the Mumbais.
Well, of course, it was a little bit short, helping the batter to extend his arms and go through the offside region once again. This one through the extra cover. He lofted that over extra cover as well. So not the delivery that you are always looking to bowl to the batsman in the start of in the first few deliveries of the over.
And the batsman's using opportunities from the hard pitch exactly at the very position where the batsman needed to be.
Well, actually didn't middle that.
Once again, that's a misfield, but not much of a harm done.
Well, of course, it's going to be a little bit hard to put the pressure if those mishaps continue to happen. Like I said before, we saw one in the first over where it was an opportunity for you to prevent for a player to prevent the boundary from being scored. But unfortunately, it did not go the way he was expecting it to go.
Those are, I think, very expensive mistakes that the Karachis doesn't want to afford. A very good delivery and very good effort by the fielding unit there. Mumbai batsmen's having a fantastic beginning so far.
Yeah,
Exactly what Mumbai's wanted.
The wicket is like a batting paradise. I mean, for any batter on any day, he can accumulate runs as quickly as possible on this wicket. The ball comes out nice and easily to the bat, helping him the opportunity to actually angle it towards the regions that he wants to score through.
Here comes Lakhani again. A higher appeal.
Well, that was an in-swinging Yorker there. A very good delivery, I would say, but not the correct line that he should have bowled to. It was going down leg and
Completely bewildering the batsman.
Yeah.
I think he was shocked right there. Not expecting this sort of delivery. I think that was a very good performance by Lakhani.
It was the first foolish delivery that he bowled in this over so far. The other deliveries have been short and have targeted the good length areas as well on this wicket. Oh, goes down the ground. And it has gone all the way. That's the maximum, and that's the first maximum for Mumbai in this tournament and as well as in this game as well. Like I said, the foolish delivery right in the slot, and it was punished.
Talking about the batsmen, Arman Sheikh and Jerry Gaud. The special fact about these batsmen is that both these players are all Indian advocates. Both of them are big hitters. I mean, it's quite obvious the way they bat. We could see that they went into those lofted shots.
Well, of course, Hasif, I mean, the approach they took on was aggressive from the start itself. And that was brilliant. That was something all batters would look to see when they're batting on a batting wicket like this. So just in the last over, we saw maximum being scored by Mumbai. It was down the ground straight, and of course mid-on they couldn't do anything about it as it was sailing over their head.
And I think it would be a great mistake if Karachi let Arman pass the fifth over. I think Karachi would be best for Karachi to remove Arman back into the pavilion. They want to make sure that Arman is not in strike because Arman is been the man of the match in many matches. And I think cricket is in his with the style he plays. I think cricket is already in his body. The way he faces the ball, confidence, and the way he delivers those beautiful strikes.
Of course, it's Najib back into the attack. He's going to continue his spell here. No single will be conceded there. Trying to play to the point, but protection now in place.
Mumbai's 20 for a loss of 0 wicket.
So far it's been a brilliant power play from Mumbai. Utilizing it well. Oh, I missed that completely. Trying to go down the ground again. Trying to take a full swing at it.
I think we have seen this very strong Arman even before. Mostly of them has been missed, unfortunately.
I mean, he's eager to get on runs as well.
I think that's power hitter. The word actually describes him very nicely.
Of course. That was full. It was just a little bit swing there. I think a way swing a little bit there. Well played cautiously. Otherwise that would have been an opportunity if the batsman took an aggressive approach towards that delivery. You got Najib actually has got some good tricks up his sleeve. Don't you think, Asif?
Of course, the way he actually sent the deliveries in the first over. Once again, a very good performance.
And that's gone through. And that's going to be another boundary for Mumbai as well. Another mishap in the fielding for Karachi here. And it has cost them another 4 runs. For Mumbai, that's almost like a blessing. In
It's quite appreciable. The effort that was put down by the Karachi field. Unfortunately, the fielding unit failed in order to stop the ball. And the outfield helped the ball in order to advance into the boundary.
Well, of course, we saw the clouds coming in before we started this game. But now the sun is out and the outfield is going to be dry as well. So it helped the batsmen. It would help them to carry that ball down the ground to that outfield region with Machis. So far, Arman and
Just a quick single out of it.
There was a small mix-up there in the middle. Could have been a run out, but unfortunately Karachi, that was an opportunity for them. So that's the end of the third over. Mumbai are 26 for no loss.
Once again, Ali Lakhani with his delivery.
And goes down the ground once again, but this time it will fall safe. Actually, it didn't time that well. Almost looked like he placed it from the toe end of the bat.
But looking at the way Jairaj always played, I mean, with the amount of runs he has scored, I think all of them has been lofted shots, just swinging away. I think that power hitting coming into being.
I mean, he was actually looking at the way he's batting right now. He's more comfortable with shots more than shots to the ground itself. Oh, that's a brilliant delivery. Absolutely bamboozled the batsman. Came back right into the right hand batsman. Just missed the stance, missed the edge completely, just few inches from everything that could have gotten him into the dugout.
Once again, Muhammad Ali.
Oh, brilliant.
What a shot. What a shot.
A shot that you would like to see almost every day. A beautiful lofted shot to the offside.
straight above the heads of the fielders into the boundary and 6 more runs come up to the Mumbai.
Well, of course, Jairaj doing his work efficiently there. Brilliant. Look at that shot.
Exactly what Mumbai wanted in the very first match. And best batsmen out there.
I mean, the sound it made right when it came out of the bat, it clearly indicated that it was timed right from the middle.
That was a wide delivery back there.
Of course, Karachi, they're not being consistent with their line and length. So it's actually costing them a lot of runs. And so far it's Mumbai who have been on top.
Very expensive mistakes, I would say. Not something that Karachi would be able to afford. Mumbai is having the exactly fabulous beginning in my words. What they exactly wanted.
Well, that's going to be a wide again. So the over is not looking good. So far it's been an expensive one. Already 8 runs. Apologies, 9 runs from this over. It's gonna be hard if they don't maintain that consistency in this coming few overs. Just 3 overs left. Apologies, actually 2.5 overs left in the power play itself. But still Mumbai has plenty of time to accumulate runs in those few overs as well. A good comeback, a good delivery, but they will squeeze a single on that delivery.
Just a quick single out of it.
I mean, both of them are taking the strike efficiently as well. We see any a lone striker. We see any batter from these two who is actually trying to take the strike more often and trying to get on the runs. They are rotating the strike well, and it's actually giving them more time to adjust to the wicket. So that's exactly what you should do when you are an opening batsman in a side.
Once again, Jairak trying his lofted power shot, but unfortunately, not exactly what he wanted to happen. One more delivery to go for Lakhani's over.
Of course, it's not been a good over for Lakhani here. It's going to be decisive these coming few overs. For Karachi and Mumbai, they still have a chance to come back into the game. But so far it's Mumbai who has dominated these first few overs that have been bowled. Oh, that's a top edge. But it will go to the boundary as well. So that's another boundary to end off the over. Mumbai, end of 4 overs, 40 for no loss. Look at that shot, Asif. I mean, it was not timed well. It was a top edge, like I said. Just only two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. No one grabbed that opportunity. It went through the backward square leg region, and unfortunately for Karachi, that's a 4. Fortunately for Mumbai, that's a 4. That was crunch. I mean, that's the word you should use. Gone to the boundary as well. The fielder can't do anything about it. And that's another boundary for Mumbai. What a start to the over. I mean, this has been a mayhem. Mumbai batters go out in the middle, don't you think?
Exactly, Minadu. putting their best batsmen out there, and all of them being power hitters, and they're just whacking at the ball. They're absolutely abusing the ball straight into the boundary, almost a lot of deliveries from each and every over. Now that's a very good run between the wicket.
Yes, of course. What you've said before is correct, Asif. Absolutely pounding the delivery. And so far they have been close to the 50 partnership as well. And looking at the way they are going on right now, it would seem at the end of the 20 overs, if they survive, they can get a good total on the board.
Once again, this is down the ground, but that's just into the hands of the fielders.
One thing that I noticed so far out of the overs that have been bowled, Jairaj likes to go to the onside. I mean, even in his delivery, he didn't time it well, but he was clearly targeting that offside delivery to the onside region. Very much comfortable in that. So I think Karachi, they found a weak spot. You can consider that has his strong spot. But if you want to, that is
a beautiful strike once again down the ground.
The boundaries are keep flowing here.
Four more runs come up to the scoreboard. I think it should be 50 for Mumbai. Yes, exactly. 50 runs come up to Mumbai. At just 0.4 overs, I think Mumbai is having a fabulous beginning that they always wanted. And I think this is a nightmare for the Karachi players.
Of course, the opening partnership. Every opening batter dream of getting an opening half-century partnership alongside his partner as well. Oh, beautiful! That was just timed. I mean, it's really hard to describe that shot. He was almost letting the ball do the talking or something.
Boundary after boundary. Three boundaries in a single over. I think Najib Jamali once again having a very expensive over. One more remaining to go.
Yeah, just flicked it through the leg side region. Goes down the ground again, and that's another boundary. That's 3 boundaries in a row. And that's of course the end of the over. Just one over left inside the power play. And Mumbai are 58 for no loss and cruising along brilliantly at the moment.
Once again, Lakhani comes with his spell. Wide delivery on the very first delivery. Not exactly what Lakhani wants.
Well, actually, it's almost what you call putting pressure on top of pressure.
I think the bowlers from Karachi is actually in a very pressured position. I mean, just two bowlers, one after the other, and all of the batsmen completely dominating them, making sure that no no perfect delivery, and like those bowlers not being able to break down the wickets. I think that has a toll on their mentality.
Once again, Jairaj, like I said before, his strong area is on the onside, trying to go through that mid-on region. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to time that well.
Current run rate being at a level of 11.42, and I think with this score, there is a projected score of about more than 200 runs. Once again, a wide delivery. We could see the dismay in Laghani's face.
Well, I mean, actually, Asif, if they continue like this, I mean, these two batters, they are actually comfortable with each other's presence in the middle. So if they cruise along well for another, I would say 7 overs or so, then Mumbai are in a good position to post a total that is about 200, and that is a challenging one, especially especially when you're chasing it down, you have that extra pressure on you.
Once again, a very good effort by the fielding unit, but just managing to save it from going away from the 30-yard circle, but just costing 2 runs. But it's better than giving away a boundary.
Well, I think, Asif, that should have been held on to, don't you think? I mean, these runs, they are decisive. Every run counts, especially in a 20-over format like this.
Also, every delivery counts. I mean, the main point of a T20 match is to make sure that having the best score in a very limited amount of deliveries.
And that goes through the fine leg region, and it will not run away to the boundary. It's going to be a couple of runs for Mumbai there. It almost looked like it was going for a boundary. Wasn't timed well, but guided through the fine leg region with the toe end of the bat.
Jairaj and Arman having a partnership of 59 out of the 64 runs that Mumbai has already scored.
Clearly indicates his aggressive approach, these figures. Once again, like I said, onside, but this time once again it came a little bit low than what he expected. The extra bounce didn't really get to the level that he was expecting to play through the outside.
2 more deliveries for Lakhani. 2 more deliveries also to end the power play. Comparative to the previous overs, I think this has been some sort of a better over by Lakhani. I mean, still there's no boundaries in the first 4 delivery except 2 wide deliveries. Once again, a wide delivery.
Just when we said it was a decent over.
Comparatively better, yes, but having wide deliveries is not exactly good.
Yeah, too many extras.
Too many extras, yes.
It will definitely cost you. It has a high chance of costing you the match. So the penultimate delivery of the over.
And this is the 8th delivery that is supposed to be happening to be the 5th one.
Just coming down the track, he had other plans for that delivery, but just decided to let that go through.
Jairaj was just 1 inch away from waving his bat once again, but I don't know what changed his mind.
I mean, those moments, I mean, you're going to have second thoughts. Even in those milliseconds, you're going to have second thoughts.
The gut feeling.
Should I do this? Should I do it or not? Like, there's definitely going to be those kind of moments. Oh,
This time, this went high. But
and it's taken. That's the first nail in the coffin for Karachi. And Mumbai lose Jairaj
Jairaj giving the perfect beginning. 27 runs from 17 deliveries, and Jairaj walks back into the pavilion. I think Lakhani has one reason to be happy to break down the first wicket, and the wicket keeper of the Karachi team.
I mean, it clearly says this is a brilliant breakthrough for Karachi. Of course, he's getting a standing ovation from his teammates as well, because that's a good start he got for Mumbai. So far, the most established batsman for Mumbai. That went high in the air. The keeper couldn't fumble it. That was an easy chance, and he took that brilliantly. So Lakhani is amongst the wickets. He takes the first cap for Karachi, and Mumbai are 61 for 1. And of course, a wicket was taken inside the power play itself. So with that delivery, ends the power play. Of course, Hassan Mirza coming into the attack. So a new bowler is being introduced by Karachi here, right when the power play is done. We still haven't witnessed his magic.
And of course, talking about the batsman Neeraj Ataule in at 3. He's in the under-19 Ranji Trophy for the Mumbai squad, but I think he was ruled out due to many injuries. And comparatively, he's a moderate batsman. Let us see how he would take the spell.
Well, of course, as if you have a Ranji Trophy batter in this side, then definitely there's a high chance the game would go in your favor, because the level of cricket that they're playing in the Ranji Trophy is absolutely brilliant. I mean, there are like lots of words to describe the brilliance of it. It has produced some fine quality of cricket for India. Oh, that's a shout. That's a shout.
High appeal, but turned down by the umpire.
Trying to go for the sweep. That was a... left arm orthodox bowler. Hassan Mirza. Oh, that is once again.
Once again, a high appeal.
This is a brilliant start to the over for Mirza. Certainly can be a bowler Karachi would be depending on, looking at the way he has bowled these first 2 deliveries of his spell. This time it came right back into the right hander. The umpire would disagree. That would have been an LBW. A slight edge, but well fielded by Lakhani.
I think after the first fumble that Lakhani made during the third man region, I think Lakhani's actually improved his fielding. I have noticed like 2 misfields not being done. I mean, that's very hard fielding that has been done. I think that should be appreciated, the effort that he's putting in.
Of course, the way he came back in the last over itself. The third over he bowled. Before that, the previous over was really expensive. It costed him a lot, and it was really expensive. It costed the team a lot of runs as well. Plays it down the ground, and will take a single there.
final delivery of Hassan Mirza. Once again, just a quick single out of it. At the end of the 7th over, it's 68 for a loss of 1 wicket.
Oh, that is played well through the offside and times the gap perfectly there. And that's a boundary to start off the over, and not a good start for Salman there. The right arm leg spinner introduced by Karachi. So 2 new bowlers introduced into the attack. They have taken Lakhani and Najib and saving them for the death overs itself. But this time it was not a good start to the over. Oh, goes down the ground once again. This is Arman on the attack. And that's the maximum. It has gone all the way. This has been the perfect start to the over for Mumbai. I mean, just when it looked like they were kind of on their back foot, they're starting to come out on the front foot. And of course, you got a well-established batsman like Arman in the middle. There's plenty of opportunity where you can get runs through maximums and boundaries, because he's much more comfortable. He has been at the middle the longest out of all of them.
Six more runs needed in order for Arman to score his half century. And we know that Neeraj is a moderate batsman, playing safe, I think, in order to make sure that wickets are not being broken down. Just a quick single out of it.
Mumbai are 79 for 1 and cruising along to that 100 milestone. And of course, if they can do that within the first 10 overs, then they have a pretty good chance. And I think that would help them, and that would help them to clear a path for the coming 10 overs as well. They could know, they actually know the position they are in the first 10 overs, after the end of the first 10 overs. And if they can get past 100 runs in the first 10 overs, I would say that's a decent score to, not just a decent score, that's a very good score.
Once again whacked away, but this time the boundary seems to be protected.
Like I said before, Asif, like if they are past 100 runs in the first 10 overs, I think they are in a brilliant position to score a very respectable total and a hard total to chase down.
And with the current run rate being 10.21, quite an unorthodox style from Salman there.
This time, I mean, you actually got to admire the types of stroke play. I mean, he's not too aggressive, timing the gaps well, and lofting it perfectly over the heads of the players who are inside the 30-yard circle.
8 overs done. Mumbai at the stance of 84 for a loss of 1 wicket.
But Arman is just closing in on his half century, and a dream start to this first match itself, don't you think? I mean, just absolutely crunching it. It was, I mean, the first few overs, you saw Jairaj taking along well. He was cruising along well. He was the player that went on with the aggressive strokes. But right now, Arman, he's not too aggressive. He's actually timing it really well. Cuts it through the offside and will pick up singles, put Arman on strike. The man who is on the verge of getting his half century. And of course, if we can get that half century in the next delivery itself, it's absolutely brilliant.
Mumbai 85 for a loss of 1 wicket, and here starts Hassan.
Oh, that's a shout. And that's actually bold. For a while I thought that was an LBW shout, but after the batsman cleared his path from the stumps, then I saw the bails were dismantled.
That's very unfortunate for Arman. 49 runs on the verge of his half century, and he goes there bowled.
I mean, the amount of frustration that comes to your mind when you're just 1 run away from the half century and you're gonna rethink the shot that you made right now. I mean, you can clearly see he's walking back to the dugout, and of course standing ovations from his teammates back in the dressing room, but the frustration can clearly be seen from his face, the way he played those. It was a class of an innings by Arman, I would say. But it was Karachi once again. I would say, I actually said Hassan actually had a chance of being a player, being a bowler. Karachi would depend on mostly.
And of course, like Hassan making sure that Hassan, I think, from the beginning has been a very good bowler. I mean, just 4 runs given and 1 wicket already taken.
Of course, the first over, he bowled. It's a pretty decent one. He considerately, I mean, considering the way he started off, you could clearly see that he is going to be an immense threat for Mumbai.
This could be a beginning of a very good over, and this might be the turning point for Karachi after all. Who knows? This is cricket. I mean, you can't predict the game.
Of course, like, plenty of overs left to go, Asif. Like you said, you can't predict this game. There's going to be turning points, and there's going to be turning points that would go in your favor and that would not go in your favor. So you would have to take it all up, whatever the outcome may be. small shout there, but a leg bye has been called by the umpire there.
Once again played it in a defensive mode, just for a single probably. And the new man out, Nina Mazumdas, the captain of the Mumbai's, plays for Mumbai division. Once again we have that formal delivery. So I was telling about the captain of the team, Nina Mazumdas, the batsman that has come out in order to have his team back on the track. Plays for the Mumbai division, played 2 Lawyers World Cup in New Zealand and Sri Lanka. And obviously a very moderate batsman as it seems.
Well, Hassan, at that moment, he was actually appealing for that objection by the non-striker batsman there. But I think the umpire and everyone actually just let it go.
The current run rate being below 10, with the projected score being less than 200.
Didn't time it well, but still a single will be conceded.
It's the end of the 9th over, Mumbai 89 for a loss of 2 wickets. Once again, Salman Dasani for his spell. Personally, I'm actually inspired the way Salman bowls. Very unorthodox, but very unique style. Personally, that's the first time I'm seeing this. Neenath and Neeraj both playing the safe game here. Not as aggressive as the previous 2 batsmen. Are they making sure not to break down the wicket at an early stage?
Neeraj on strike. Comes to the front foot, plays it cautiously. So the spinners have done a good job for Karachi actually. I mean, from the time they were introduced into the attack, the number of runs that were scored, considered compared to the number of runs scored against the fast bowlers, it was pretty much low. Pretty much decent overs have been bowled by both these 2 spinners for Karachi. One is a left arm orthodox and the other is a right hand leg spinner. That was a cheeky shot there. I mean, the delivery is going through the offside, but times it well. just move to the offside a little bit, place the shot, place the bat, and angle it towards the short leg.
Just a small nick of it and just run for the run.
You actually need those cheekiness in cricket, don't you think, Asif? Especially in a format like this, everything is quick. You have to do everything quick.
As long as the score comes to the scoreboard, I think they can pretty much do anything they want.
I mean, yeah, when the number of runs that you are expecting is on the board, you're pretty much comfortable, pretty much relaxed with the shot making. And of course, they will squeeze a single. Right now, they're rotating the strike well. They lost Arman, who was who was in form, and just really unfortunate that he couldn't get his half century. But sometimes luck doesn't go in your favor.
And that's the end of the 10th over. Mumbai 92 for a loss of 2 wickets. That's a very good target shot. Just a quick single out of it. Hassan with his spell. I think the most successful bowler so far. Once again a higher appeal, and this time it's a wicket.
What a delivery that was. Came to the back foot. I mean, from this angle I felt like it was too high. I don't know about the others, but for me, as if that's a little bit too high, or otherwise it would have missed the leg stump. But the umpire doesn't think so, so that's been given out. And Hassan, like I said before, he's been the star player for Karachi.
And the captain walks away for just 2 runs. Once again, higher appeal, but turned down by the umpire. And we can see Anand Patel, the new batsman for Mumbai, played the last year Lawyers World Cup.
Well, Hassan is actually been in a headache to Mumbai. So far, he has been absolutely brilliant. Has carried the bowling attack brilliantly for Karachi. There was a chance that it could have nicked right back onto the stumps, but no. We just saw the captain walking out, back to the dugout. That's a strong appeal once again. So he's continuing to put the pressure on the batsmen. So they're pretty much uncomfortable playing him, don't you think, Asif?
Delivery after delivery, Hassan is actually requesting for the LBW wicket. I think that is actually having the toll on the batsman. I mean, oh my God, am I out? That sort of a feeling.
A foolish delivery, but a single won't be conceded. The few of full deliveries that I saw so far in his spell. Just the last delivery of the over to be bowled. Once again, brilliantly ended off. So only a single has been conceded in that over, plus a wicket came out of it. So Mumbai are 93 for 3. So Salman once again continuing his spell. Plays it through mid on and will take a single once again. A decent start to the over.
It seems to me that not just the players inside the field is excited, also the players outside the pavilion seems to be equally excited.
Well, they were trying to come back for the 2, but I think they were satisfied with the single. Of course, Asif, I mean, from where we are placed, we can clearly see the surrounding, and of course, can hear the surrounding sound as well, and we are actually right between the dressing rooms. Of course, place it down the ground once again, and oh, cheeky. That's running through the third man region, but will not go to the boundary there. Lakhani feels this one. A decent over is being bowled by Salman. The spinners are doing a fabulous job for Karachi. Oh, that's a shout. Looked like it was pretty much close. A leg bye has been called by the umpire there. So no bat has made contact with the ball. The last delivery of the over. Cuts it and lofts it through the point. And it's... He was running back, don't you think, Asif? I mean...
100 runs come up to the Mumbais. And it's the end of the 12th over, 100 for 3 lost.
Of course, it's the replay of that missed opportunity.
Goes above the heads.
It's never easy running back, and oh yeah.
just missed it out of a nick, I think.
Just few inches away. I think he made contact with the ball with his fingertips, but unfortunately wasn't able to hold on to it. So Mumbai have reached the milestone, the 100 runs. From the way they cruised along in the power play and to the point where they are at right now, it's been a hard journey, don't you think? The 12 overs they fought hard. Karachi came back into the game. At some points Mumbai were on top. So far within these 12 overs, both sides had a little bit of their moment.
As it seems around 160-ish, 108-ish runs could be projected. A higher appeal this time. But once again, umpire seems to be uninterested.
Oh, didn't time it well, but falls safe in front of long off there. Trying to go on the onside, but didn't place it properly. Try to take a quick single, but Neeraj was not happy to take it. Patel on strike.
Rehmad Asad back with his spell. The first over for him after 12 overs. A very good beginning for Rahman.
Two more deliveries left in the over. So far it has been a decent one. Only 2 runs have been conceded by far.
I think after the breakdown of... That's a wide delivery.
Just when we said that the over was looking to be decent.
You should not say stuff like that. I don't think the Karachi players would be happy with you foretelling their future and that being wrong.
So it looks like I'm jinxing the bowling side.
I think that is something that the Mumbais would pay good money to see. But what I was trying to say is, like, after the fall down of the first 2 batsmen, I think Karachi once again is kind of having the game back on their track, having the fun pedal.
Well, I think looking at the way the spinners are bowling right now, we saw 3 spinners being introduced into the attack, and so far all 3 I think they have done a brilliant job, especially Hassan, and he was brilliant scabbing those 2 wickets.
At the end of 13 overs, it's 105 for a loss of 3 wickets.
I have here Arman Sheikh with me, who's been quite a star performer so far for the match. Well, he scored 49 runs. Let's hear from the man himself. How has it been so far for you?
Of course, I mean, it's a great opportunity to play in Sri Lanka, thanks to AVR Group and the Lawyers Cricket, that they've organized such a beautiful tournament that we are playing in Sri Lanka, and it's great. Like, feels really nice to be here.
Well, I'm sure you opened the game for sure, and I'm sure you had a lot of strategies while you went into the game. Were you able to follow those strategies, or did the opposing team give you a tough fight?
Yeah, we won the toss, and we already had a strategy. We already knew. I mean, our captain was, any which ways we knew he would opt for batting just in case if we won the toss. So we did win the toss, and we were looking to score runs initially and have a good start for the match. And my co-partner Jaraj God also started very well, but eventually he failed. But then it was then on my shoulders to carry on the innings, so I did that.
And you did it in what fantastic fashion. Now, before I let you go, tell me, do you have a quick scoreline prediction?
Let's see, around 165 or so.
Well, let's wait and find out what's happening. The rest half of the game is coming up next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we are going to continue with the next over.
Just 7 overs left.
A few moments ago, the host, Ms. Shana Suresh, was interviewing the key batsman of the Mumbai team, the one who scored 49 runs. Oh.
That was over the shoulders once again.
And here comes the new bowler for the Karachi. Once again, lofted high up in the air. But in a very safe position for both the teams. No fielders there in order to catch that, and it's not projected towards the boundary. I think we could see Anand Patel once again trying to formulate how Mumbai used to be. Assuming the fact that the current run rate has reduced up from 10 odds to 7.8, and the project run rate, project score around 158. Once again, that's a tip catch, and there breaks down the next wicket. Anand Patel walks away. A very good delivery by Hanif. I think Karachi once again coming up with the dominance. We could see here again, just 1 inch close, straight to the hands of the wicket keeper. Definitely not what Mumbai wants. Anand Patel walks away back to the pavilion with 5 runs in his credit. Mumbai breaks down another one of their batsmen. As it indicates, it's 13.3 overs, and Mumbai stands at a standpoint of 105 for a loss of 4 wickets. A new batsman emerges for the Mumbai's. So we have the new batsman here, Kushal, plays as per the requirement, and a special point about him is mainly that he actually reads the game and plays exactly of what is needed to be done and can be a responsible batsman. And also, as per the requirement, he can be aggressive, and I think that is something a batsman needed at this stage of the game, with 4 wickets already being lost and having enough deliveries in order to face.
Or plays it down the ground, and a single will be taken. And of course, Asif, I completely agree with you. Right now, you need an aggressive stroke player to come out into the middle and play these last few overs aggressively.
Also making sure that every risk that he's taking is calculated, not going into those risky shots that might cost a wicket. I mean, there's 6 more overs yet to come, and it's the end of the 14th over. Mumbai stands at a position of 106 for a loss of 4 wickets. As the scoreboard indicates, it's 105.
$14 overs gone. Mumbai 108 for 4. Or pulls it away. Just falls safe, and was trying to come back for the 2, but was satisfied with the single.
As the scoreboard indicates, it's 109 runs for a total of 4 wickets lost, and it's the 15th over commencing. My apologies, it's the 14th over commencing.
Plays it down the ground once again, and will take a single. They're accepting those singles and rotating the strike, trying to wait for that. I mean, I think they are eagerly waiting for that, for their delivery, where they have a chance to play those aggressive strokes and get some runs on the board. Still, I think the spinners that have been introduced into the attack by Karachi, they have done a splendid job trying to put the pressure on the batters of Mumbai. An under edge there, once again will take a single. They'll take every opportunity they can.
It's quite obvious that Mumbai has kind of slowed down comparative to how they faced the first few overs. I mean, that's pretty obvious because the power play is where you have to make sure that the maximum number of runs are in your pocket, and now just continue with the flow.
That's going to be wide. Good work by the keeper there.
The current run rate being at 7.72. I think it would be better for Mumbai if we could go up to a level of about 8-ish, 9-ish. I think that would give a very good target for the Karachi Lawyers team to pursue. Ooh.
Punched it straight to the bowler there, so no single will be taken. A brilliant over so far for me, Asif. Just 4 runs given in this over so far. A pretty decent one, I would say. Especially when you bowl these kind of overs in those death overs, you pretty much got to admire that bowler. Plays it straight to short cover once again. They are unable to find those gaps. You can clearly see the pressure is on them.
Well, when the last time you said like this is a good over by the bowler, I think that's exactly when a boundary went. Oh, I think it was a wide.
I hope I don't jinx them this time.
But I think fielding units are making sure that those types of boundaries are well prevented and protected.
But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the final 5 overs of the Mumbai innings.
As it indicates, it's 113 for a loss of 4 wickets.
Full swing of the bat, but completely missed that one. A good start to the over. Kushal on strike. So 16th over is being bowled right now. Oh,
Once
and
again,
that's
a very good effort by the fielding unit.
that was an
Pounded from the bat.
opportunity. But at the same time, you gotta admire the fielding as well. Dived right into the front to grab that opportunity. It could have gone to the boundary instead. Of course, you can see the replay. Yeah, that was an opportunity for Karachi once again.
Here comes Hanif Shahzad with his spell once again.
Oh, that's gonna be
A couple of runs from that delivery.
a little bit of hesitation was mounting between the two batters in that second run they took. If that continued to happen, then there's a chance coming by very soon for Karachi. But so far, these last 8 overs, it's going to be crucial to see who's going to come up on top. Hanif once again. Ujjit Yorker and a slight mix-up in the middle.
A good delivery by Hanif.
It's becoming hard for them to squeeze those singles in. They were relatively doing it well in those first 10 overs. But right now, the line and length ball by the bowlers is absolutely perfect. And you can clearly see they are trying to work out something. They're trying to build up a trap for the batsmen.
Plus the reinforcement in the fielding unit has been excellent performances. I mean, I can't remember the last time when a boundary went. So
Fall safe once again. That was a top edge. Well, of course, a small argument went on in the middle regarding that second that they could have taken. Another decent over by Karachi, and they are continuing to do so.
Anand and Kushal slowly increasing the run count, not in the same pace how the initial batsmen tried. The final delivery of the over. Once again turned down by the umpire. A very good performance by Hanif. At the end of 16 overs, Mumbai stands at a point of 116 for a loss of 4 wickets.
Prasad starting off, and that's down the ground once again. Falls safe, but will take a single. Once again, they're trying to come back for the 2, but the second run they are trying to take is not being given to them by the fielders. So that's brilliant.
Just 4 more overs remaining in order to wrap up the first half of the match. Mumbai team 117.
I mean, as if looking at the start, Mumbai got, not just us, I think everyone who is watching this right now expected a big total. But right now, at the moment, it has been a brilliant comeback by Karachi. They are bowling some really good overs, economical overs, putting the pressure back on the opposition. And the Mumbai players, I mean, it's becoming hard for them to even get singles at the moment.
So if I could remember right, it was the 12th over when
that is
bowled.
gone.
That's gone. And Anand walks back into the pavilion with just 11 runs.
Well, Anand never looked going. He was struggling in the middle and trying to go for that sweep, but he knew that he wasn't quite settled when he was playing that shot. You can clearly see that.
And that's
So
a beautiful performance by Rehman Asad.
So
And 1 wicket come up to Rehman, as it indicates it's 119 for a loss of 5 wickets.
Of course, the 2 batters who are in the middle, who were in the middle right now, as if they never looked going. They were struggling, and you could clearly see from the singles that they had taken, the frustration were coming out. They were slowly blaming each other, I would say, for not taking the singles and 2s. A brilliant start to the over here. 3 runs and a wicket so far. Just 3 deliveries left until we get on to the last 3 overs of this innings. So Sanket, the new batsman, who walked into the middle, aggressive batter, and takes a single there. That's going to be a leg by. So not the delivery that you are expecting to face. A brilliant aggressive batter Sankethi is known to be by his teammates as well. Oh, plays it well. It's actually taken. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, from our angle, it wasn't quite clearly shown. But that's another opportunity that they held on to Karachi, and it's Kushal who is walking back to the dugout, the other batsman who accompanied Anand. And it's 2 wickets in this over itself.
The breakdown of the 6th wicket should have a toll on the Mumbai team. It's just 120. I think the current run rate has come up to a very low level, and here we see Kushal walking back into the pavilion.
Of course, you can clearly see the replay. A brilliant catch taken in the deep.
So if I could remember right, Minidu, the Mumbai's scored 100 runs at the beginning of the 12th over, and it's the end of the 17th over. That means for just 5 overs, they have just scored 20 runs.
That means 30 deliveries.
30 deliveries and just 20 runs. I think, assuming the way how the initial batsman actually paved the path for the Mumbai batsman, I think Mumbai should have scored better than this.
I think the middle order didn't do justice to the amount of
And the
contribution
fact-
that was put by the opening batters
And
by
the fact
Mumbai.
that the outfield actually supports the batsman.
Will take a single once again. So that's the end of the over. Mumbai 121 for 6, and we are into the last 3 overs of this innings.
You drink water. Crazy, please.
Well, Salman, who's been brought into the attack to finish off his last over of his spell. A brilliant time, I would say, to introduce him, as he's been decent in his spell so far. And Rajesh, the new batsman in. The left-handed batter for Mumbai. Oh, plays it well. And
That's
that
a very
goes to
good
the boundary.
strike. And a boundary after a very, very long time for the Mumbais.
I would say this was a moment for them to ease the pressure that has been mounted on them. The second delivery phase, he just pounded it straight to the boundary. Plays to mid-wicket there.
Just a single out of it.
The last 4 deliveries of this over is going to be crucial for Salman, and I'm pretty sure plenty of things are running through his mind right now on how to bowl those 4 deliveries. That's an edge. Once again, a single will be taken. Not timed well, but these opportunities come. You just have to grab it.
It would be quite a surprise if Mumbai should be able to score 150 runs. I mean, at one point of the match, we actually thought that the projected run count is going to be more than 180. Now it's just less than around 130-ish, 40-ish.
Yeah, that explains it right now. This total that Mumbai has got in their scorecard explains a lot, and it explains how Karachi came back into the game with their spinners, I would say.
A very good performance by the spinning lineup, I should say. I mean, all the fall downs of wicket and less number of
That's an
That's a
edge.
good shot. That's a good shot.
It falls safe, and they are coming back for 2, and they will get that 2 runs comfortably. Once again, not timing it well.
And not projected it quite into the boundary, but
That's the end of the over there. Mumbai 129 for 6. Shot, and that's taken. That's another catch. Another scalp for Karachi there. Of course, the celebration goes out in the middle. And Sanket.
Second wicket taken by Rahman. We could see Sanket walking back into the pavilion. Just one run.
And for a while, it looked like Mumbai was slowly coming out of the hole that they were put into. But again, it's all going downhill. Sanket, who is known to be an aggressive batter, walks back to the dugout. He was not timing it well. It was eventual that he was bound to go into the dugout once again.
And 7 wickets break down for Mumbai at 129 runs. Just 2 more overs remaining.
I beg your pardon. 3 wickets for Rahman. So it's been a fine day for him.
I think Rahman is doing a pretty good job when it comes to the spell with his ball. Being a nightmare for the Mumbai players.
Comes down the track, plays it to extra cover, will squeeze a single. So they're taking those runs, they're taking those risks as well.
I think at this point, I mean, there's no point. I mean, just 2 overs remaining. You should take the risk and just go for it.
Yeah, true. Definitely. It's do or die right now. Exactly, I would say only 10 deliveries left in the over. Sorry, left in the innings.
Once again, a very good performance by Rahman.
Rajesh tried to go for that swing. Completely misses that one. Rahman has been absolutely brilliant today. Delivered accordingly when his captain asked him to. That's an under edge once again, and I rarely saw in these last few overs a shot being middle from the bat. Don't you think, Asif?
Just 2 runs from the whole over and 1 wicket taken from it. Once again, that's a very good performance by Rahman. Completely taking the batsman out in his surprise. That's a strike, but
tried to come back for 2, but there's
just a quick single out of it, I think.
Yeah, there was no 2 in that. So we are into the last over of this innings. Mumbai 132 for 7. So Hanif is going to bowl the final delivery of this innings. So it's Tushar who's on strike. What's it going to be in this last over? Oh, that's a shout. The umpire thinks otherwise. No, I think it's actually a leg by. Oh, no leg by has been called. So there was an inside edge onto the pads, the umpire thinks. So good start to the over here by Hanif. The fielders have been placed deep into the boundary line. shot, and that's an opportunity, and that's a boundary for Mumbai. A well-awaited one.
A boundary exactly when Mumbai is named at the boundary. The scoreboard comes up to a level of 137.
Of course, he went for the short delivery, a length that he hadn't tried before. But the top edge went over the keeper, and of course, no fielder plays to prevent that from going to the boundary.
Once again, a very good performance by Hanif there, both with his fielding and bowling. 3 more deliveries remaining.
A good comeback there, I would say, after that boundary was scored by the delivery that he bowled. Oh, brilliant. That's flicked. And it's set taken. Oh no. An opportunity that should have been taken by the fielder there. As that's a costly 2 runs for Karachi. Valuable runs for Mumbai.
Mumbai come up to a level of 139 for a loss of 7 wickets. Now just 2 more deliveries remaining.
Misses that brilliant line and length. Just a delivery left. It's a do or die one in this delivery.
A manageable run score scored by Mumbai. I think Karachi has the potential to win. And thus that ends the innings for Mumbai. 140 for a loss of 7 wickets at a run rate of 7.0. Karachi Lawyers team need 141 runs in order to win.
So finally, Asif, after 20 overs in this first game, we finally have a target on the board. It's 141 runs for Karachi to come up on top in this game. It's been a brilliant performance by Karachi, I would say, with their bowling attack. Mumbai, they were dominant in those first 6 overs. Not just first 6, I would say first 10 overs, but Karachi kept coming back into the game and they were putting constant pressure on the batters who were out in the middle. After Arman went, I think hardly any batter tried to adjust to the wickets and time those gaps. Arman did it perfectly, but the others, they kept on coming and going, unfortunately. But with the start they got and the way they finished it off, they finally got a total on the scorecard. It's 140 runs and the target is 141 runs for Karachi. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, these are the highlights of the game so far. The innings of Mumbai, the first boundary that was scored. I mean, I would say the middle order didn't do justice to the way the opening batsmen started off this game. Jairaj and Arman, they were absolutely brilliant, hammering it down the ground, and not just down the ground but all around the park.
Boundary after boundary during the first few innings of the match and the first few deliveries of the match, and we could see by the end of 12 overs that's 100 runs coming up, giving 8 overs to score at least about 80. That would come up to a total of 180, but no, just 140 runs. You could see
You can
boundary
clearly
after
see
boundary.
that. Like the first few overs itself, they timed it well, right from the middle of the bat. But then the batters who came after them, they hardly timed it. I mean, it was a lot of edges that got them the opportunity to score runs. I wouldn't say the Mumbai batting performance was excellent. It was pretty much average, I would say, because the way they got it off, the way they started off, they had the potential to score big, and unfortunately they couldn't. And not just us, I think that's running through their minds as well. The players who were in the dressing room, and of course the batters who went into the middle as well. Plenty of maximums were scored in this innings itself. Of course, that was a quality shot by Arman. I said that if I had the chance to see it throughout the whole day, I would. The shot that he played. And of course, Hassan Mirza. He was the player that got Karachi back into the game when he was introduced into the attack. He kept on doing his work. And Rahman as well. 3 wickets to his name. The spin bowling attack has been brilliant for Karachi. And of course, I would have to admire the fielding efforts as well in the last few overs. They were pretty much scrambled around the ground in those first few overs in terms of fielding, but then they got it together and did excellent work in the last few overs itself. Of course, some top edges coming off in this last over. And we got the target for Karachi, 141 runs. A chaseable one, I would say, considering the wicket that we have in for today's game.
Dadin tinta, tintinta, dadin tinta, tintinta, dina, di, dina, dina, di, dina, din, tukadina, tuna, katta, dakadina, din, tinta, din, tinta, tukaduna, katinta, tukadina, dadin tinta, tintinta, dadin tinta, tintinta, dina, di, dina, dina, di, dina, din, tukadina, tuna, katta, dakadina, din, tinta, din, tinta, tukaduna, katinta, tukadina, dadin tinta, tintinta, dadin tinta, tintinta, dina, di, dina, dina, di, dina, din, tukadina, tuna, katta, dakadina, din, tinta, din, tinta, tukaduna, katinta, tukadina.
Well, of course, it's Karachi who started off. So Mumbai, they have a target to defend 141 runs.
That's a very close call. The Karachi batsmen just need 141 runs out of 120 deliveries. Quite a target, I mean, like, they could actually approach it if they make sure that they can plan the match well throughout, having the consistency. Not something that the Mumbai players had.
Oh, played it brilliantly. But it's just going to be a single there. Played it right into the deep. Humayun and Ahmed.
Humayun Hanif and Ahmed Imam, the open batsmen for the Karachi Lawyers. And the bowler for Mumbai, Tushar S.
Oh, that's going to be wide. Called by the umpire there. A short delivery. So you shouldn't be bowling wides in the first over itself.
The
right,
same
Asif?
amount of mistakes were done by the Karachi Lawyers themselves, and now the Mumbai's seems to be following their footstep. having those small mistake that might cost, since it's a very low target that they are approaching.
And they will
Just a
take
quick single out of it.
Well, risky single there, but it was effective. So as if will we see a game right down to the wire? Will we see a game right down to the wire?
That's something that should say that something that I must answer after the 6th over. Of course, I mean the way how Karachi Lawyers are facing the power play. So far, Tushar is bowling in a very good way.
I'm questioning the fact that how it missed the stumps, the off stump actually. Oh, just brilliant, just brilliant.
Very much confusing the batsman. I mean, the very first over, doing good for the team. The final delivery for the first over.
And we'll take a single, yeah. So that's the end of the first over. Karachi Lawyers are 4 for no loss.
Still a manageable target for the Karachi Lawyers. Need 137 from 114 balls with a run rate of 7.21. Just a couple of boundaries per over is quite adequate for them to win this encounter. Karachi Lawyers being in a very low pace with a current run rate of 3.75. Here comes Kushal with his spell. Now that's a good sound from the bat, but straight to the hands of the fielders. Just a quick single out of it. I think the reinforcement from the Mumbai fielders are pretty good, making sure that they are placed exactly where the Karachi Lawyers are targeting in order to have those boundaries. No boundaries as in for yet. 6 runs. Once again, a very good strike. The bowling unit also performing their best. I think having a very good beginning for the Mumbai bowling squad and wasting those most precious power play I think the first 6 overs is where actually the Mumbai players themselves scored the maximum. And we could not see the same from the Karachi Lawyers team.
Yeah, so far, I mean, they've been excellent. The start itself, they came out with the intent that they have to defend this low total on a batting wicket, a batting friendly wicket. So it's a huge challenge for the bowlers. Right now, it's been a brilliant start from Mumbai. They are trying to dominate the first 6 overs itself.
But still, the Karachi Lawyers team is still on a manageable target.
And
Now that went high up in the air, down the ground, and that comes the first boundary for the Karachi Lawyers.
And of course, that's the end of the over as well. So a brilliant way to end the over off. Karachi Lawyers are 11 for no loss. Kushal will be continuing his spell. So it's Imam on strike. Plays it. Oh, that's an opportunity. Just went through the field at point, but was unable to hold on to it.
Ahmad Imam was lucky there.
Full swing of the bat. Once again misses. And this is what I saw from Jairaj and Humayun. I mean, both likes to go through the onside region.
If just Mumbai team anticipated that and made sure that the onside is reinforced with enough manpower in order to stop those lofted shots, I think that would start the breaking down of wickets. And early wicket means early breakdown in the mentality. And thus, Mumbai could have a very early victory. But unfortunately, Karachi Lawyers seem to be doing good so far, needing 129 runs in order to win from 105 balls. Quite an easy target, considering the outfield.
By looking at the way Tushar is bowling right now, it feels like Hanif is under pressure. 2 missed deliveries, and he's looking to be aggressive from the start itself, but the contact he's trying to make with the ball is not happening.
But so far, I think Tushar is doing a pretty good job.
But that's not been called a wide because he moved to the offside there, trying to go over the wicket keeper or the fine leg region. Was unable to do so once again. So 3 dot deliveries in the over. This is a brilliant over by Tushar. Just 1 run conceded, and I mean, it's almost like 2 deliveries left in the over itself. You can clearly see that's not been called a wide.
And not just that, I mean, like the initial bowling performance by the Mumbai team has been spot on.
Oh, brilliant down the ground.
Now, this could be a boundary, but is it? No. The fielder racing the ball, managing to catch it before it reached the boundary.
Only a single have been taken, so Imam on strike. So once again, I'm not really sure the outfield is beginning to become much slower. Or will we see a game going down right down to the wire? Coming down the track. A short delivery.
And that thus ends the 3rd over. Karachi Lawyers 13 for no loss. Kushal once again with his spill. 17 overs more to go. Karachi Lawyers need 126 in order to win.
Once again, right outside the off stump. Try to extend his arms through the offside region, but it's becoming hard for them to do so.
It is quite visible. I mean, like, the batsmen are not exactly using the opportunity of this power point in order to have the maximum extent. I don't know how they would perform in the next few overs, because it's easier to score in those power point with the lofted shot. I mean, there's less risk. On the other hand, the Mumbai players actually did best during the power play. And afterwards, they kind of broke down the spirit and thus had a very low target.
Once again, the foot placement was not quite there. Just trying to swing his arm around. It's not making any contact at all. This is not the approach that you would like to see from your opening batters, especially inside the power play. This time a top edge, but it goes to the boundary there, so valuable 4 runs for Karachi there. Finally made contact, but not right from the middle. You can clearly see that it was not timed well.
Definitely not what Humayun planned to do, but still, it's a boundary.
Yes, of course, any run is valuable at the moment, especially in this power play.
Especially when it is a chasing
thing
that goes on and desperately needing runs. I mean, just any boundary is fine enough.
Once again a short delivery, so Kushal is using that well.
You could say like Humayun's style of batting, just trying to swing it, just contact, wham, and it would go into the boundary, something like that.
Well, that approach is not working at all. I mean, one thing I saw from the two batters who came out in the opening stance for Mumbai, they tried to rotate the strike. They tried to get both the batters established into the wicket. Goes down the ground and no single will be taken straight to mid-off there. So that's end of the over. Only 2 more overs left inside the power play. Karachi are 19 for no loss. So Tushar, and that's a top edge, and that's taken by Tushar himself. So
And
caught
thus
and ball.
It breaks down the first wicket for the Karachi Lawyers.
Well, it's Imam who walks back to the dugout. This is not the start that they were hoping for. Quite unexpected. Has to go on that long walk back into the dressing room. You can clearly see coming down the track. Not timing it well.
Quite unexpected by the batsman. And an easy catch for the fielder, Tushar himself. A very good performance by Tushar there. Completely bamboozling the batsman, thus luring him into the trap that he anticipated and breaking down. Ahmad Imam walks down just 5 runs out of 9 deliveries.
I mean, this is not something that I would even compare to the start Mumbai got. don't you think, Asif? I mean, Mumbai was absolutely on point. They were rotating the strike, time in the gap. I mean, the two batters who were in the middle, they both had a different chemistry. One was aggressive, one who liked to loft it over the top. The other was timing the gap to perfection. So they both had a good chemistry between each other. But right now, these two struggled, and one went back to the dugout. Let's see the new batsman can build up a partnership and cruise them along to that target that they have been given.
Here comes the new batsman.
Oh, that's a brilliant delivery. Of course, the sun is shining down here at the Colts cricket ground where this match is being played.
The time being 12:02 p.m. right now. I think the sun is quite furious today, with its being March, usually a very sunny period for Sri Lanka. That
once again misses that. Could have been an egg, but unfortunately for Tushar, it just goes past the batsman without any edge. He's been bowling well. I mean, that delivery also, what the amount of pace he's looking for.
managing to make sure that the batsmen are wasting the ball instead of using it, thus making sure that they will struggle during the last few parts of the match.
And takes a quick single here. Throws at the non-striker's end, but a well-taken single. So far, the over has been decent for Tushar. A
It's
wicket.
not just decent, I think. That looks splendid. I mean, just one run and a wicket taken. I mean, what else you could ask for? Just 4 deliveries. 2 more deliveries to go.
Another wicket would be a good way to finish it off.
But well, every time you said like, this is a good over, usually there's, well, I'm not going to say it.
Let's hope it doesn't happen in this innings.
That's a beautiful delivery by Tushar there. One more delivery in order to end the 5th over. The required run rate going up to around 7.9 to 8. Just 4.1 current run rate is 121 runs in order to win from 91 balls. Still a manageable target, I would say.
Yeah, it's still manageable, but they are making it more and more difficult for them.
I mean, if they have planned out well and started batting with some furious 4s and 6s during the first few overs of the match, I think they would have almost come up to a level of just needing 90 runs out of 91 deliveries.
So that's the last delivery of the over. So another over is left inside the power play, and the Karachi Lawyers, they are actually struggling at the moment. So Karachi Lawyers are 20 for 1 now after the end of 5 overs. So a brilliant start by Mumbai. So it's Kushal who is coming back into the attack. Shot, and that's actually gone down leg side. Would be called a wide. Not a good start to the over. So like I said, Asif, just another over left inside the power play. That means 6 deliveries to turn the things around. Mumbai are on top. They started off the first 6 overs brilliantly with the bat, and they're doing it with the ball as well. And they're going to squeeze a quick single.
I think the power play of both the teams has been gone in advantage for the Mumbais during the batting as well as during the bowling. Karachi Lawyers kind of not so much as success as the Mumbais during the power play, but who knows? I mean, Karachi came back into the pace. Karachi Lawyers this time also might come back into the same pace. It's quite unpredictable, and it is too soon. It is too early to predict it.
Yeah, I think when the power play ends off, more space is being given to the batters to rotate the strike. So then they'll most likely be comfortable.
Once again, a wide delivery there.
So that's not good. Well, Mumbai are doing exactly what Karachi did in those first few overs, giving those extras, the unwanted extras. That's something that you should not give to the opposition side. Well, Hanif, he's actually having I wouldn't say a good time, because he's struggling also to time it well. It's a top edge.
Not exactly what
we have seen that plenty, but that's going to go to the boundary as well. Not timed it well, but that goes to the boundary.
4 more runs add up to the scoreboard for the Karachi Lawyers. As it indicates, it's 27 runs come up to Karachi Lawyers. A boundary after a very long time.
Almost looked like he was trying to angle it through the leg side region, but the top edge guided it through the fine leg, giving them some valuable 4 runs. So the top edges have been almost like the key factors for them to get boundaries.
That's a very poor performance by Kushal. Significant wide. I mean, looking at the fact the way they bat, I mean, they want to do something, but the way they score is not exactly the way they plan it to do. Untimely shots. But still, at the end of the day, as long as the scoreboard is fluctuating, that is exactly what the batsmen need.
Definitely.
That's another wide delivery after wide delivery. This seems to be not so good for Kushal's account. 4 wide deliveries in a single over, 1 boundary. Quite an expensive over comparatively. This is the 7th delivery of the over that is going to go so far, and 4 more deliveries remaining. Karachi Lawyers 29 runs into their account. Needing 112 runs in order to win this.
Oh, that's pounded.
That's
by
a
Hanif.
beautiful shot, but once again reinforced in the boundary region. By the sound of that, but I actually personally thought that it would fly away into the boundary. But for some particular reason, Karachi Lawyers are not that much keen and lucky with the boundaries. I mean, there's always one player, as if it's out of magic for the Mumbai players. One player emerges whenever there's a boundary. I think Mumbai players has been reading the game, how the Karachi players are batting, and what are the strengthened region and what are the weak regions of the batsman. I think that might even take Mumbai to the victory. Who knows?
And you got to give credit to the captain as well for placing this kind of a field setting for these 2 batters. I think that might be the reason for them not getting any boundaries or maximums. Plays it straight. Almost was quite unsure what to do with that delivery. Wasn't timed well, that defensive shot.
During about 5.4 to 6 overs, I think the Mumbai players were scoring more than 50 runs at a run rate of 10 knots. Now it's just half of it.
Oh, that's an edge, an outside edge there.
But once again protected.
Went through the third man region there. Apologies, I would say the gully region.
I think the Mumbai players are making the Karachi Lawyers team work for each and every run that they are having. Not in the easy way.
But Asif, I think there's a different turnaround for this game as well. I mean, if they keep on fighting, if they keep on keeping their wickets and try to rotate the strike, then this total is still chaseable. They don't need those big boundaries and big maximums to score 141 runs. We've seen that in the international stage as well, where teams have gone on to win, gone on to chase down 140 run totals.
And thus the power play ends. It's the end of the 6th over. Karachi Lawyers 31 for a loss of 1 wicket.
So that's the end of the power play there, ladies and gentlemen. So Karachi Lawyers. For Mumbai, at the end of the power play, they were 65 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. And now Karachi, just 34 runs behind of Mumbai's total that they got at the end of the power play. It's going to be a difficult game for sure. I think for the viewers and everyone who's gathered here at the grounds, we'll have an opportunity to see a game that would go right down to the wire if possible. Right now these two teams are eager to take this first win itself. But right now it's Mumbai who are on top, putting the pressure on the batters. Left-handed batter. So Hanif is so far the most established batsman for Karachi.
"18 runs scored from 20 deliveries, I think. 18 out of the 31 runs, which is more than half of it. I think a very good partnership between Humayun and Ali, but I don't think they have enough time for partnership. They just have to act just exactly like how Ali is doing right now. But as I said, everywhere, every time that the Karachi Lawyers team is about to have a boundary, there comes a fielder from the Mumbai, just waiting like to take the ball, not letting it go to the boundary. I
Yeah.
think Mumbai's performance when it comes to with the fielding unit has been absolutely spot on.
Yeah, the field sittings have been perfect as well. So cuts it, true point, and that might be a well-timed boundary, but unfortunately, once again, no. It looked like it was going to the boundary, but brilliant work there by the fielder.
I think Mumbai team is actually fighting until the very end to make sure that Karachi Lawyers team are having no boundaries at all. I mean, with the number of boundaries that the Mumbai scored during the first 10 overs and the number of overs that Karachi Lawyers are scoring during the first 10 overs has a significant difference. That goes above the head and straight to the hands of the fielders, and I think that breaks down the next wicket. And what a fabulous performance by the fielders, exactly placing where the ball is projected.
So once again, it's Ali Zubari who is walking out. Apologies, who is walking back to the dugout. I mean, these shots, the sound it made right after the bat was connected with the ball, it almost looked like it was going for a maximum, but unfortunately, we saw the fielder. Unfortunately for the batsman, it was.
And
it was
Ali walks down for just 6 runs. As it indicates, it's 35 for a loss of 2 wickets.
just when they were starting to take the game on. Another setback, another drawback for Karachi here. Latif is the new batsman in. And Karachi are having a really hard time adjusting to these bowlers. Ninad, he's amongst the wickets as well. A brilliant delivery right at the slot, and it almost looked like it was going for a maximum, but the fielder grabbed onto it very well. Karachi Lawyers are 35 for 2, and definitely this is not the start that they were expecting. Plays it straight back to the bowler. So Atif is the new batsman who is in. So Ninad, the right hand off spinner for Mumbai. No single will be taken. It's a run out. Oh, a little small mix-up was there in the middle, but that's the end of the over. 7 overs gone. Karachi Lawyers are 35 for 2. Atif on strike. A defensive shot being played, so a good start to the over.
A new bowler comes up for his spell. Bhavik from the Mumbais. That's a very good performance by Bhavik. Perfect line and length. And once again, a very good performance as respect to the fielding unit. Some beautiful strikes by the batsman, but none of it seems to be passing the fielders and going into the boundary. Just quick singles or maybe a couple of runs taken from. Now that's a very good strike, though it seems to be going into the boundary. Once again, it was protected. A very good performance with respect to the bowling by Bhavik. One more delivery remaining to end his over. Karachi Lawyers at a run rate of 4.7. Not something that Karachi needs right now. That's a high appeal, but no turn down by the umpire. Once again, a very good over by the Mumbai's Karachi Lawyers at a standpoint of 37 for a loss of 2 wickets. Here comes a new bowler with his spell, Rajesh.
A wide has been called there.
The very first delivery wide is not that really good, but still, there's still enough time for him to, I don't know, turn this over into a good over. As you said, Minidu, maybe like, removing a wicket or two.
Well, it can't be a wicket maiden since a wide has been given.
Definitely not.
Good delivery there by Rajesh. Bamboozled the batsman there. It almost looked like his back foot was not in the popping crease. Comes down the track and plays it down the ground.
But once again, there's a fielder there waiting for the ball patiently.
Every time I get excited when they play aggressive stroke, then come out of nowhere, the fielder is calmly there waiting for the ball to come to him.
The most important part is calmly and patiently.
Yes. This time this is a boundary.
It's a boundary. Finally a boundary for the Karachi Lawyers. 4 more runs come up to them.
But this is the start that they were looking forward to. Hanif is starting to play his role.
Regaining the confidence that he lost.
Yeah, starting to become the anchor for Karachi. So he needs to continue on doing that role. So that's another wide being called here. So an expensive over here. So this is
first
definitely
over is not as success as the first overs of other players.
Yeah, definitely the over Karachi was looking forward to when they want to ease this pressure that's been That's been on them. Misses that one. A brilliant comeback there by Rajesh.
The final delivery of Rajesh.
Comes down the track, doesn't time it well, but they will take a single. So end of the 9th over. Karachi Lawyers are 45 for 2. Oh, that's a shout. That's a shout, and that's given. Hanif walks back, and just when we said he needs to play his role, he goes back to the dugouts. Another setback for Karachi Lawyers here. Trying to go for that sweep shot. Puts his front foot forward, and of course doesn't make any connections whatsoever with the ball. Of course, the frustration can be clearly seen from his face.
A very good performance by Humayun so far, but unfortunately he is supposed to walk back. 25 runs, more than half of what the Karachi players are having right now.
Bhavik, he's a monster wickets as well. So Karachi Lawyers are 45 for 3, and they are slowly going downhill from this moment onwards. A new batsman who is walking into the middle, Hanif Shahzad. Another aggressive batter. Right now they need a knight in a shining armor to help them get over this turmoil they're in.
The new batsman playing it in a very defensive manner.
Plays it straight to point. No runs will be conceded there, so it's almost 10 overs gone in this innings, and the Karachi Lawyers, they haven't really got going in these first 10 overs. I'm not really sure about the last 10 overs, how their approach is going to be. That's an inside edge onto the pads. So far, a wicket maiden. Would it be? There's only 2 deliveries left in the over. Shahzad on strike. He's faced those first 3 deliveries. Penultimate delivery of the over. It's not going to be a wicket maiden. It's going to be a leg bye called by the umpire. So Karachi Lawyers
kind of struggling now in order to keep up with the pace.
They are really at a terrible position right now, Asif. I mean,
I think that's the
That's a
final
mix-up.
final delivery of the 10th over. Half of the match is done. Half of the inning is done, I'm sorry. 10 more overs to go. Karachi Lawyers 46 for a loss of 3 wickets.
A cheeky shot there. It will not run away to the boundary. Just guides it to the third man region there for just 2 runs. So it's been a difficult start for Karachi Lawyers, I would say. They were pretty intent on going for those aggressive strokes, but that goes up in the air. And it's going to be taken, and that's the 4th wicket down for Karachi here.
Hanif tried to make Karachi back into the pace, but unfortunately he had to walk back into the pavilion. Not exactly what Karachi Lawyers need right now, but Mumbai team seems to be in the front pedal. It's a very good shot though, but unfortunately not timed and angled properly.
Again, the top edge, trying to go for that slog sweep, but the top edge really made things hard for him, and of course that is the reason for him to go back to the dugout. Furqan Siddiqui is the new batter.
Karachi Lawyers are actually in a very big trouble right now. 4 wickets been broken down by before 50 runs, I think. At this stage point, Mumbai has not lost a wicket. I think they had a 50-run partnership between the first 2 batsmen, and there was a almost half-century batsman there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as if the opening batters, they actually didn't want anyone else in their lineup to depend on each other. They took the game and they cruised along well. The middle order wasn't that supportive and didn't do justice for the opening batters for Mumbai. But right now, looking at the way Karachi is batting, it's a decent performance.
Here comes Rajesh once again.
A single should have been taken, says the non-striker batsman.
Karachi Lawyers need 93 runs in order to win from 57 deliveries. The required run rate has gone up to 9.79, twice the amount of what they already have.
Oh, that's a mix-up, and that's gone. That is a
Now,
run out.
That's a very beautiful wicket.
Just when we said that they needed someone to build up the partnership, they just keep going downhill. I mean, no one to take up responsibility whatsoever. This is communication. I said before, Asif, communication has to be on point, especially in a format like this. The runs are crucial, and this is just obvious.
And look at the way how the Mumbai team fields. I mean, spot on performance, we could say. Thus, the 5th wicket breakdown. 2 wickets broken down in this over. 48 for a loss of 5 wickets.
It's 48 for 5. Karachi Lawyers. I mean, just 2 deliveries left in the over. At this time, there's hardly any player, hardly any batter who has taken up responsibility to get them close to that target.
The new batsman Asad Abbasi.
Rajesh, just 2 deliveries left in the over. And Azad and Furkan. Oh, that was an edge. The keeper should have held on to it.
At this point, I'm pretty sure, Minidu, that the Mumbai players actually wants to make sure that Karachi Lawyers are, instead of just consuming all the balls and losing, I think the Mumbai's want to actually make sure that Karachi Lawyers are losing all the wickets instead of the deliveries. The way
that's guided to the backward square leg region, and that's the end of the over there. 11 overs gone. Karachi Lawyers are 49 for 5. Goes to the back foot, just punches it straight to a short cover there. No single will be taken.
The captain of the Karachi Lawyers coming up for
Oh,
this.
that's gone. So that's another wicket.
Thus, it breaks down the 6th wicket for the Karachi Lawyers.
Well, it's a man with the ball, Rahman, walking back. this is not the performance that you are looking for in terms of batting from Karachi Lawyers here.
I think
Apologies, that's Azad.
Asad has to walk back into the pavilion. Karachi Lawyers 49 for a loss of 6 wickets.
Looking at the way the game is going now, Asif, I don't think it's going down to the wire. If it's slow, then it would take a big miracle for Karachi Lawyers to get close to that target. Right now, that target seems to be impossible with only 4 wickets left in their arsenal.
Yeah, with the number of deliveries and with the number of runs, it's quite manageable. But the thing is, Karachi Lawyers don't have wickets in their hand. They are not feasible enough in order to try those lofty, risky shots, because that is the exact way how wickets are going to be lost. So either way, Karachi Lawyers, what they have to do is they either have to make sure that they bat quite enough down the ground into the boundaries, or else with each and every single, I don't think it's quite possible for them to win.
Just only 4 deliveries left in the over, and they haven't reached the 50 milestone yet. So it's
at this stage, actually, if I could remember it right, at 12 overs, Mumbai's players has scored 100 runs. So it's almost the 12th over. Karachi Lawyers still 49 runs, not even half of it. Now there comes the 50-run milestone for the Karachi Lawyers at 11.3 overs. At the stage of 50 runs, Mumbai's had not been lost a wicket, and I think it's around the 5th or 6th over they got the 50-run milestone. At this stage, Mumbai's were around 90 odds when they were scoring.
Goes to the back foot and plays it straight to short mid wicket there. Yeah, definitely, Asif. I mean, the batting performance haven't been up to standard at all. They need to put up more fight. They did that with the ball, actually. I mean, when the power play was not going in their favor in the Mumbai innings, they took the game back in, and the spin bowling attack did it perfectly. No run will be considered here as well. So the captain is bowling some good deliveries to tighten the game around. So like I said before, no player has taken up the responsibility. We saw Hanif, who is, I think, the most established batsman for Karachi Lawyers in this game. I'm not really sure if he's going to be the most established batsman in this coming
So far
overs.
he is the
so
most
far he is. But if any of these batsmen who are in the middle wants to outright that name, then they have to perform. They have to guide their team closer to that target. When you get closer to that target, you see a clear picture. You see what you need to do. You're going to come up with plans in those last few overs, and you should know how to execute that properly under the pressure. But right now they are under pressure, and just 8 overs left, and yeah, we just saw the end of the over as well. So 8 overs left, and there's actually only a limited amount of time for them to get back into the game.
It's the end of the 12th over. It's 52 for a loss of 6 wickets. Also, to mention that the way that Mumbai players are playing, I mean, they actually performed very well during the first 12 overs, and then after that, the mid batsmen were not that success. They had a very low target. All right, then we will play with the ball. They managed to make sure that they are playing with the ball very well indeed. Even now, just a quick single out of there, not letting those boundaries. I mean, the number of boundaries comparatively with Karachi Lawyers and Mumbai's, Karachi Lawyers has drastically dropped down into a level that it's quite impossible to win without a boundary right now. At every over, they should need a boundary if they have to come up to a target of 141. So far, they did 87 runs in 46 balls, which means 11 point odds run rate.
I would say, like, the field settings have been perfect. I mean, they have set the field settings according to each batsman. Well, that's an edge, and it will run away.
But once again,
Just for a single.
the Mumbai players managing to make sure that it won't go away. into the boundaries. I mean, the boundaries are well reinforced and protected by the Mumbai players. That is one significant thing that was quite visible in the power play itself. Once again, trying the same trick into the same player.
So far, Karachi Lawyers 55 for 6. Just 2 deliveries left in the over. Rajesh bowling the penultimate delivery. Comes down and, well, of course, Atif he wanted that single. Apologies, it was Salman who wanted that single. Atif is on strike. Comes down the track, plays it straight down the ground, and it will run away to the boundary. So that's a boundary scored by Atif there. A long awaited boundary. So will this be a turning point for them in this game? Will this be as the starting point of a partnership that's going to cruise them along here?
At the end of the 13th over, Karachi Lawyers 59 for a loss of 6 wickets. One more wicket breakdown into the Karachi Lawyers. We could see the replay of it. Straight to the hands of the fielders. Safe there.
Again, I mean,
that's an easy catch for the Mumbai players.
It was played straight into the hands of the point fielder there.
Breaking down the next wicket for Karachi Lawyers. At its standpoint, it stands at 59 for a loss of 7 wickets.
So Lakhani is walking out in the middle. So only 3 wickets left for the Karachi Lawyers here. So this is, if they lose those 3 in these coming few overs, it's going to be a devastating defeat for them, of course. Considering the way they came back into the game with the ball, they were able to restrict the Mumbai players to 140 runs. So it was an admirable performance by them with the ball, but the batting is lacking all sorts of key factors that you need to perfect your batting skills.
The captain of the Mumbai team breaking down 3 wickets, very impressible. And
I would say the captain leading from the front.
Exactly, Minidu. The captain leading from the front. That's a high appeal, but no turn down by the umpire. The keeper seems to be more excited than the bowler, but still.
Yeah, from this angle, I think it pitched right. I think the impact was right outside the off stump, so the umpire was not very keen on giving that a dismissal.
Once again a high appeal, no, but turned down by the umpire. Karachi Lawyers 59 for 7 wickets gone. Need 82 runs in order to win from 41 deliveries.
Slowly the number of deliveries that are available for Karachi Lawyers are decreasing, and the number of runs.
Exactly, the double the amount of deliveries are there. I mean, like the run rate at the current required run rate is at 12 point something.
The field setting has been brilliant. I have to actually admire that from time and time in this game, because they haven't been able to rotate the strike. That's what the Mumbai players did efficiently in their innings.
This time it's once again a high appeal, but no, turned down by the umpire.
That is missing leg stump there. So that is the end of the over there. Karachi Lawyers are 59 for 6. Apologies, there's still a delivery left to be bowled. Or plays it a classic cover drive, but like I said before, the fielder is placed at that correct spot to prevent that from going to the boundary. So now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the over. It's 59 for 7. The last 6 overs to be bowled here. Karachi Lawyers are 60 for 7, and Lakan is requesting for his helmet. That means the fast bowlers will come into play once again. Looking at the way the game is going right now, Asif, I think a lot of the viewers, their opinion may be Mumbai will take the victory, but I think they have done everything possible to ensure that, don't you think?
Yes, definitely, Minidul. I mean, from the beginning of the match, they did perform well with the bat, and then afterwards they had the challenge of being limited to a very low target. And afterwards, okay, it's no problem. I'm going to do it with the ball. All the bowlers and the fielders made sure that they are doing their duty well. And thus, I think if Mumbai wins, it would be a very deserving victory for them because they actually did the work there.
Plenty of discussions.
The new bowler, Sanket, comes